things I love about process work, it doesn't matter what your background is or what profession you have, because process work is primarily an awareness training. It broadens your perspective. So you might have a PhD in educational philosophy, or you might be a primary school teacher, or you might be a social worker, or you might be a young person who's a social activist, or you might be a young person or just any person who's on a quest to find a path that has heart and meaning. You might work with large groups. You might be from a marginalized group that experiences discrimination. You might be from a group that is very comfortable and has a lot of privilege. Process work broadens your perspective, no matter what background you come from, through its multidimensional framework and underlying philosophy of what we call deep democracy, which basically means that the essence of all the voices is potentially useful if it's unfolded with awareness. What does that mean? It means that not necessarily the content per se or the way something is being communicated is what's useful. It doesn't mean that anything goes, but learning to distill what is the essence or the underlying message that's seeking to be communicated here, and how do we do that? And we work with these different, what we call channels of communication. So it's very much about not only content, but tone of voice, body language, training people how to work with movement. How do you, when you're facilitating a group and you notice somebody swallow, or they move back slightly, or they move their shoulders slightly, or there's signals, or the atmosphere suddenly changes, and you as a facilitator get attention in your solar plexus. That's all information. And we all feel those things. It doesn't really matter what educational background we have or what profession. But I think educationally, we're generally westernized cultures. We're trained to ignore all of that. We're just not educated to pay attention. So it's really opening up our awareness to notice what we're actually experiencing, those different dimensions or channels.